Yo, Jeff! Jeff!
What's up, Chris? Come on in, dude.
Hey, Jeff. Thanks for the food, man. It was really good.
Yeah, you're welcome, man. No problem.
So how's your project coming along for Testas?
What project?
You know, the one that's due in 7 days? Yeah, the leadership project.
I thought we have like a month and a half.
That was a month ago.
Dude, I'm gonna make a work on it now.
Yo, Jeff, so why'd you run out?
Dude, I have 7 days to get this project done. And you know what? I got an idea. I'm gonna make an event. Yeah.
An event?
Yeah, some event or whatever just to get this thing done.
Then what?
What do you mean then what?
Well, yeah, I mean, you're gonna do your event, but what's your event gonna be?
Okay, scratch that. Okay, I won't make an event. I got something better though.
I got one even better. You know last semester how some kids, fake things around?
Yeah, I heard about them.
I'm gonna do a situation at work where I'll make this fake improvement on it, and then I'll just pass the class, get my A, and walk home.
Yeah.
So you're telling me you're gonna go to work to fake a situation? So you're going to college to fake things out? Real good investment, Jeff.
Dude, honestly, it'd be funny if you were in my shoes. Alright, you're not the one taking on 16 units. You're not the one working part-time. You're not the one with my family responsibilities. And on top of all that, I'm also the TA for 301, alright? So don't give me that, please.
301? What's that?
I'm basically like the liaison, how you pronounce it, for Dr. Testa and Mr. Campbell. My responsibilities are, to get all the assessors together, all the student volunteers, 55 copies of the reader, 55 print and label CDs on them, get all the course documents, all these things that come into the 301 simulation that we took. I'm making sure everything goes smoothly, or at least somewhat.
Jeff, that sounds like a lot of responsibilities, and I totally empathize with you. But what has being a TA for 301 really taught you? I mean, 401, all the videos, they were just summaries of what to do and how they did it, but how does this tie into the coaching cycle?
Well, I feel that this project tags to the coaching cycle because, for instance, the very first thing is, the vision. I had to set my own goals, what I wanted to accomplish, which means, what were my deadlines and how was I going to get them all done in a specific time.
A few inches later.
My climate, got a little different, but I adapted to it. As you can see, I got a TV connected to my laptop in order to get more things done. So in case I had to do work on my emails, I could just have this entire screen here in charge of the assessors and all the simulations, while I had here concentrate on my school.
A few moments later.
Were to book all the assessors in a certain deadline.
1 hour.
But could you elaborate a little bit more on the whole vision aspect of it?
Yeah. I mean, in reality, the way I look at it for the vision, it was actually set by Dr. Testa and Mr. Campbell. Their vision is to make these students understand leadership characteristics. As you recall, we learned people savvy, self-savvy, and business savvy while we were in the class.
12 seconds later.
And I believe that their vision is just to push the students further, push them to an environment they're not used to it. And their vision is open-minded to the sense where I'm able to come in and go with them. Like, I believe in it because it makes sense. I went through the course.
Eventually.
That's why they always get a TA, which is a student, because we understand what we went through. So by having that understanding of what is in the class itself, I can come in that role now as a TA and roll with it.
Oh, that really makes sense. So Jeff, how do you think you did as a 301 TA?
You know, if I would have to assess myself as a TA for 301, I think it'd be pretty good.
So Jeff, you said you did good as a 301 TA, but could you go ahead and discuss more about your performance?
I think I did good because I met all my deadlines. I got all the characters for the family. I was constantly on my emails, like, just crazy. I was always on them, either replying to Dr. Testa, Mr. Campbell, or all the assessors. And finally, I got all my assessors to the expected situation, places.
But are you sure you got all the assessors on time?
2 hours later.
Yo, Jeff, you totally didn't answer my question back out there. So, did you get all the assessors?
To answer your question, Chris, no. I was not able to get all the assessors for one of the simulations. I felt shorthanded. I tried all my resources, from Carl Winston to ex-students to even my own managers, and I still couldn't get them. I missed one single assessor, and I believe that kind of impacted my grade a little bit.
3 hours later.
Because it was my job, to get them all in a, at time, and I couldn't. I didn't.
And I gotta admit, Jeff pretty much held up his end this semester. I thought he did a good job. He was on top of things. He was always making sure that I knew that he could be there if I needed him. He always had the pizza ready. So he was very attentive. And then in the final, on the final evening of For the Fam, when we had a disgruntled pirate, pretty dangerous thing. It wasn't a Somali pirate, but it was a pirate. Kind of looked like a guy from the movies. Kind of went haywire when one of the student actors very, kind of ran away from the script a little bit and got creative with a cupcake. And Jeff handled it on the spot. To be honest, I think Jeff did a great job on top of it, and he's needing to be on top of it this week, actually, as we're tracking down a couple of the assessors who we allowed to give us their feedback with a little delay for them to think about it. So, great job. Love to have him again.
Thank you. Growing up in high school and middle school and whatnot, you're always told you earn a grade, you're not given a grade. Therefore, just to solidify this project, I know for a fact I earned my A, because I embraced this project with the utmost optimistic views and enthusiastic way anyone has ever done it. Besides Chris Garcia's project, I think mine ranks a number 2 or number 3 up there, because the way we presented our topic was like no other way. We obviously had a clear understanding as to what the course itself meant. We connected it with the coaching cycle itself. I tagged each cycle into it. Not all of them were mentioned because there was no need for them. This experience definitely impacted my leadership philosophy. I feel more confident about handling situations from that mere experience with the pirate incident. I was never expecting anything like this, and I know I've grown as a leader. You can give me anything, and I know for a fact I'll be able to take it on. The presentation itself, it allows for the viewer, for anybody in reality, to get a sense as to what I experienced. The way I expressed myself was the way I really am. I'm funny, charismatic, but at the same time I'm serious, and you could read that throughout the entire film. I explained what I had to do, and by receiving the feedback you could understand how I actually did my job. This is it. I'm done with this movie.